Welcome to the Intermittent Gentleman. Today is going to be my first unboxing or initial impressions video. So we can see we have it in the packaging right here. And I will open it up with my Kaiser Mini Sheepdog. So let's take a look and see what we have in the box. And if you see from the title, today we're going to take a look at the Esee in S35VN. So here we have it. Esee, Randall's Adventure Training Equipment Group since 1997. Made in the USA. Now, this is going to be my first Esee knife. The Esee line has always intrigued me, from a survival utility knife to a companion knife to a camp knife to an EDC small size fixed blade. However, I've never actually pulled the trigger in buying one. Historically, Esee has made most of their knives in 1095 high carbon steel, which is very tough, very durable, reasonably soft to sharpen a field edge on it if you're out in the wilderness or at camp and you have to touch up your edge. However, it is prone to corrosion or rust. Now, Esee, like other knives in 1095, usually do some sort of coating over it, whether it is a DLC coating, ceramic, Cerakote, something to protect it, but down along the edge there, it's still exposed. And just knowing how responsible or how much care I have for my tools, I know that I would prefer something with a little bit more of a stainless quality. So when I saw that Esee was coming out with a knife in S35, I got on a pre-order list and wanted to check it out. Now, historically, Esee has already made some of their models in 440 stainless steel. Additionally, the SE3 has already came out in S35, and I believe there's two handle options of the Zancudo in S35VN as well. Additionally, there's been some reports of S35 being a little bit more brittle, or much more brittle than its 1095 counterpart. And I don't think anyone can argue that 1095 is a little bit more forgiving when really being pounded and beat on. But that's not really my intended use of this knife, so I'm not too worried about it breaking. I'll annotate in the comments below a video from Esee themselves actually admitting to breaking the SE3 version in S35 due to that increased brittleness a little bit, I'll say, in the SE3 model or in that S35 steel. It's a trade-off. You just got to know your limitations and what you're willing to, put your tools through. However, another reason I waited for Esee to come out with an S35V, there's tons of other fixed blades within the same size category as the SE4 that's already an S35. But the reason I waited for Esee to come out one is because of their unquestionable lifetime warranty on their products. I'll roll in some shots from their social media, just kind of showing their outward customer service and how some knives have been abused or sent back to them, but they still have honored their lifetime warranty. So let us get into the actual unboxing now of the knife. So let's see. So it's in a sleeve, the branded sleeve, around cardboard box, and here we go. Comes in a sealed plastic bag here. Open that up. right, so let's see. Esee knives, no questions asked, lifetime warranty there. Short-term survival tips, as well as some ground-to-air signaling indicators. Couple conversions at the top there. So you can put this in a wallet, can put this in a bag, can put this in a kit that you might have, so you have something there. Sheath attachment options. So this piece might be hard to see through the plastic there, is going to allow you to attach this to the sheath. Then you have a spring clip option. So it's just a steel clip. Some stickers, some other merchandise in here, another survival card, and just some care tips, some instructions, and that's it. So let's get rid of the box there and take a look at the knife itself. So it does come in a molded plastic sheath here. I believe the SE4 and up, this is kydex. It doesn't quite feel like it. Might just be a molded hard plastic. Someone throw in the comments there if you can check me on that. But it is pretty nice. So it's not a taco style, it's a pancake style with attachment points on both sides, as well as this lanyard of paracord here as well. I did opt for the 3D G10 handles rather than the flat micarta scabs there. So you can see kind of more of a swell here throughout the middle rather than the straight flat micarta slabs. Esee's been really coming out in the last year or two, maybe I would say, with more molded or contoured grips rather than the flat micarta slabs. So let's take a look. Little thumb ramp right here. And here we go. Randall's Adventure, Esee Training Equipment Group, first production run, S35VN. SE4, Rowan, Esee Knives, USA. So, I wear large size gloves. I would say I'm probably really in between medium size versus large. And I can get a full handle wrap there as well. In preparation for this knife to arrive, I was looking at the knife connection. They do have extended handles that kind of come over the end pommel here in the lanyard hole and give you a little bit more, kind of like a pinky stop or, you know, a reverse ricasso at the end there. Those with larger hands, or if you were working with gloved hands, maybe you'd want that. So I was already even researching potentially replacing the grips before I even got the knife. But I am able to get like a solid ungloved 4-finger grip there, hammer grip. All right, so let's do some size comparisons here. Ontario Rat Model 1, the Spyderco Paramilitary 2, and let's roll in. I do have an Ontario Rat Model 3, which is very similar to the SE3. And I have the Benchmade Saddle Mountain Skinner. And actually, I'm going to leave the Benchmade in there just because it is a very close comparison. Even the color scheme that I chose for the G10 handle is very similar. Now, both these knives feature a 4-ish length cutting edge. The Esee edging out a little bit in overall blade length, around 4.5. They have this finger choil that you can really get in there and choke up if you need to do some fine edge work. And overall, I'll post the overall description and specs in the description box below. But overall, the Esee on the right here being thicker blade stock than the Benchmade. Different purpose for each knife, but overall, very similar in overall size. Let's see how sharp this factory edge is. Let's take a look. Have an old bill here. Let's see. So really sharp, very good factory edge from Esee, right out of the box there. Overall, fit and finish seem to be done really well. All the mesh points, the finishing, no sharp edges there. G10 handles matching the tang very well. Stonewash finish on the blade. The G10 texture. So if you haven't really handled one of the new Esees with the 3D handles, either in S35, 440, 1095 definitely. But again, like I mentioned, they're offering a lot of options for those contoured G10 handles. They're calling them 3D. The texture is very good, really grippy, texture throughout. I wouldn't say this is necessarily a peel ply. It definitely seems like these are milled out G10. A lot of different directions with the stippling, if you will, or the texturing. Really feels like a solid lockup in your hand. Now, further use on camping trips and such will kind of determine, do I think I need a longer handle? Am I wearing gloves a lot out there to do some work or not? And I'm just going to roll in, maybe bring back the Ontario Rat 3, just so you can kind of see what that profile looks like in the handles. This is a little bit more similar to what you're seeing with the micarta slabs that Esee is known for, versus their newer molded or 3D contour G10 offerings. Sheath, again, I'm not sure if it's kydex or just a molded plastic, but very positive click there in. Thumb ramp here, push off, very secure. Again with the click. Very limited rattle. I don't feel like this blade's going anywhere. Hold it upside down. So definitely secure. Thanks for tuning in on this initial impressions video or unboxing of the SE4 and S35VN. Not much to say right now. Look forward to getting out in the woods and testing it and putting it through its paces a little bit more. Stay tuned for a follow-up video kind of reviewing what my thoughts are after actually putting some work in with it. Click like and subscribe if you'd like to see some more content. And as always, stay a gentleman. Intermittently, of course.